Le film que vous allez voir est né sous son toile.
This is the beginning of Gasper Noe's 2018 film, Climax, a worldwide success and another shocking visual from the man himself. But this is also Climax. If you're familiar with Noe's work, you'll know how he uses the camera angles and visual representation of the characters to tell their story. But that begs the question, how do we go from something like this to something like this? Gasper Noe is what's known in the film world as a shock artist. Someone who wants to do everything to get the viewer, well, disgusted. And nothing's more disgusting than human nature. Something that Gasper Noe is pretty good at. Let's take this example from his movie Irreversible, which released in 2002, where we see Marcus, played by Vincent Cassel, on the hunt for the man that raped his girlfriend. Before this, the opening sequence was 7 minutes of a camera flailing around. Noe used this camera method to visualize Marcus's descent into chaos and anger, something that we see persist throughout the rest of the film. As Marcus descends further into the club, watch how the lights flicker, how the people around him react, and how he delves deeper into his own hell. The camera stabilizes for a time when he thinks that everything's gonna be okay, or at least when he's found the right person, until he realizes it's not. And the camera then again goes into flailing around in every single direction. But what happens when Marcus finally finds who he's looking for? Well, that's where Noe's speciality in bringing out the worst in people comes to play. The camera movement with Marcus when he finally walks up to the people that he thinks did it. It closes in, shakes a little bit. The red lights and deafening sound of the music plays over him until he yells. As he gets more impatient, so does the camera, closing in more and shifting more on all the characters, trying to make out who did it. The camera then becomes still again, showing Marcus is keeping an eye on one person and one person only, until that is shattered by him getting his ass kicked. But Irreversible isn't the only movie of his that he's done this. Coming back to Climax, how do you show an audience something that's all in the character's head? Well, that's where Noe's camera movement in Climax comes into play, tilting and turning, going upside down, and moving wildly as the movie continues. As the characters begin to descend into their high and descend into more chaos, so does the camera. Take a look at this scene near the end of the movie. Do you think that this scene would be any more fucking creepy if Noe didn't use the camera angles that he used? Noe makes something normal like dancing looks like it just came out of Dante's Inferno, with the spotlight beaming on the character behind her and the camera tilting to the right. It looks like something straight out of a horror movie. But this isn't what they're seeing. This is what we are seeing. This is what we are interpreting. This is what Noe wants us to feel. Discomfort. As we get to the peak of their high, we see more red, just like Noe's other films. A descent into hell. A descent into somewhere they can't come back from. all of them will never be the same after this. And they know it. But what can you do when there's something making you do things that you just cannot stop? This upside down shot lasts for the rest of the film. And it goes to show how fucked up everybody is. How depraved everybody will be when their primal instincts kick in and when they finally show who they really are. We get a snippet of this before the opening credits roll. And by the way, the opening credits roll about 45 minutes into the movie. This is where the facade ends. And the real movie, the horror that awaits the group, begins. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful night, or day, wherever you are. I have no clue.